It's a great day. I'm Benecia Ponder, and I am so excited that you are joining me for today's Prosper Point. Today, I'm asking you a very serious question. Are you willing to pay the cost? Are you willing to pay the cost? Now, we often hear of the discipline and the sacrifices that we must make for accomplishing our greatest dreams. But today, I would like for you to consider a different cost. The cost of not going after your goals and your dreams. The cost of not sticking it out to the end. And this is something that I had to consider myself in my life a while ago. When God first gave me the vision for being a business and life prosperity coach and author and a speaker, He also gave me the vision of exactly what that looked like. But for a while, no matter how hard I tried, no matter how hard I worked, that vision was still just that, a vision. Many times I just thought about giving up. Thought about going back to practicing law or being a business consultant. In fact, for about a year, I put my dreams on hold and I got a regular 9 to 5 to pay the bills. I would coach on the side though, because honestly, I didn't really want to totally give up on the vision. So I would do teleseminars and workshops and things like that just to say I was still going after my dream. But it really wasn't full force. So on one particular call that I was doing about goal setting, I asked the participants to consider what it was costing them not to go after their goals full force. As we went through the exercise, there was a voice inside of me that asked, well, Benecia, what about it? What is it costing you not to go after your goals? I ignored that voice because I had to finish the workshop and I continued on with the exercise and with the teleseminar. But as soon as it was over, that voice came back and asked me even louder, what is it costing you? So I took out a sheet of paper and I just decided to list down all the things it was costing me not to fully be that coach and that speaker and that author, fulfill that vision that God had given me. And here's what I wrote. Financial costs, $10,000 per month. And I wrote that because the initial vision for my business was to earn $10,000 per month after expenses. Emotional costs, confidence, self-esteem, happiness. Spiritual costs, my intimacy with God, peace, joy. Physical costs, loss of sleep, weight gain, high blood pressure. Costs to my family. And I pause here because as I was writing these costs, that's when the tears really started to flow. And as I think about it now, my eyes are still getting a little watery here. But under the area of costs to my family, this is what I wrote. I'm missing out on showing my daughter what it really means to live a full, happy, joyful life. I'm showing Amber that it's okay not to live up to your fullest potential. Whew, no, that was a high cost. Then my last category was costs to the world. And I wrote women living mediocre, just getting by lives. Women missing out on living their best lives. Now, when I looked over that list and I added up all of those costs, I decided that it just wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it for me to sacrifice my goals and my dreams. It wasn't worth it for me not to fully pursue that vision that God had given me. So I renewed my motivation to follow through with that vision that God had given me, and I haven't looked back since. What about you? What is it costing you not to go after your goals and your dreams? Because whether or not you'd like to admit it, not going after what you truly desire could be costing you a fortune. And look, I'm not just talking about financially. I'm talking about spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically. Is that a price that you want to pay? Ask yourself, what is it costing me spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially not to stick with my goals to the end? And then go deeper and ask yourself, What is it costing my family, my friends, and those in the world around me not to go after my dreams? What is it costing them for me to stay right where I am? Well, that's it for today's Prosper Point. I am challenging you today to count the costs, not just of what it's going to take for you to reach your goals, but what is it costing you right now not to? I'll be back with you again tomorrow. But in the meantime, if you are indeed ready to finish what you've started, to keep it going towards your biggest dreams, then join me for a no cost virtual coaching website entitled Finish What You Start. And in 90 minutes, I will help you to maintain the motivation to achieve all the things in life that matter most to you. Just go over to www.beneciaponder.com/motivation to get your access now. Until tomorrow, I am wishing you an abundance of love, happiness, and unstoppable success.